Tanner Kern, coldhardfootballfacts.com, coming at you live with your video of the day, talking about the Patriots and their chances to win the AFC East. Slim, maybe, but you know what? You never know. We're going to break that all down in this video. Before we do that, make sure you check out coldhardfootballfacts.com, the number one tool to help you win bets this upcoming NFL season, guys. We have quality proprietary stats unique to us that are money when it comes to betting. We were able to predict the Bengals going to the Super Bowl last year. We were actually the original company, original brand that came up with the Tom Brady is better than Peyton Manning narrative, all based on these stats. So start your free trial today, guys. The link's in the description below. Subscribe to the video, like, share, do it all, guys, and let's get into it. So let's talk about the AFC East. This is going to be one hell of a division behind Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. We got to talk about them first because they're the front runners. They're the big dogs. They are plus 700 in Vegas to win the big game. Forget about the division. It's Super Bowl or bust for this team, and we're going to see that this year. A lot of pressure on them in the New York media and the Buffalo media as well, the national media. People think the Buffalo Bills are going to get the job done this year, and they have a great chance to do it behind Allen, Stephon Diggs, and a great coach in Sean McDermott, a phenomenal culture that he has built along with that front office. Now let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins have a lot of hype around them as well. They have Tua Tagovailoa. They have Mike McDaniel coming in here, offensive-minded coach. This is going to be the perfect marriage, the perfect harmony, right? Maybe. They have Tyreek Hill coming in to join forces with Jalen Waddle. They have a little bit of a running game, right? They have a good offensive line. They went out. They signed great talent. That's awesome stuff, right? Something just doesn't sit well with me about the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what it is. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments, but here's my biggest issue already. Tyreek Hill has come out and said, hey, defense should fear us. They should be scared of us. That's not good to do, Tyreek. You can't give teams bulletin board material. You do that, it's going to hurt you in the end of the day, and I think that was already a big mistake. Don't you think Bill Belichick's using that in his locker room? Don't you think he's getting them a little bulletin board material, getting the boys fired up for the New England Patriots? I think so, because he's made a living off doing that. Now, let's talk about the Patriots. Just because the Miami Dolphins have high expectations and the Buffalo Bills are the favorites to win the Super Bowl doesn't mean the Patriots aren't going to be successful, because they do the little things right. And those little things equate to wins. We've seen it for years. Even when the team had Tom Brady and they could go 80 yards in 2 minutes and win a football game and make it look pretty and win Super Bowls and dance and party and all this blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is the Patriots still always did the little things right. Bill Belichick coach teams do the little things right. Let's talk about the game of football right now. It's a simple game. Make no mistake about it. It might be modern day warfare, but in the end of the day, you can run right, run left, outside right, outside left, throw it deep, throw it short. There's not many things you can do, but there is two things that talk about winning a football game. There's two critical things that you need to talk about when winning a football game: time of possession, controlling it, and not turning the ball over. If you do those two things, you set yourself up beautifully to win games. And that's what the Patriots have done for years behind Bill Belichick. It's the Patriot way. We're seeing it now with Josh McDaniels. We're seeing it with all these coaches that have gone everywhere, right? They play the Patriot way. Run the football, control clock, don't turn it over, play a great physical brand defense. And that's what the Patriots are going to do this year. But before we talk about the defense, the run game, we need to talk about Mac Jones. McCorkle Jones, baby. He's going to be very good this year. Pro Bowl quarterback last year. He wasn't great in our real quarterback rating, which is our number one indicator of championship football teams. Just to give you a little idea, Buffalo was top 5 in that all year behind Josh Allen. That's the number one indicator of a championship team. The Patriots don't have that number right now at 15, but they're going to be better this year. Mac's going to get to throw the ball a little more, and he was already a Pro Bowler. And the one thing that teams should fear, the one thing that teams should take note of at least, is Bill Belichick's comments of Mac Jones in the offseason. He said he's getting better and better and better, and he's progressing, and he's taking that step forward. Bill Belichick doesn't say that stuff. He does not say that stuff at all. He's very closed off when it comes to giving praise to the media, at least, about a player. And he did it with Mac Jones. So that's got to give you guys a little confidence that the Patriots are going to be better in those critical areas like real quarterback rating and offensive passer rating, which the Patriots were 12th in last year. If they step up a little bit there, they're going to be fine in the other areas, because we've seen it year after year after year. They run the ball well, and they play great defense. Let's talk about that run game. Damian Harris, great running back out of Alabama. Pound the rock with him all day long. A slew of running backs that they have. The Patriots were 5th in offensive rusher rating last year and 7th in offensive hog index. That means they were top 5 in running the football in our metrics, and they were top 10, I should say, if you want to go big picture, but they were 7th in offensive hog index, meaning they have a tremendous offensive line led by David Andrews, captain, been sensational since he came out of the University of Georgia, right? I think he's outperformed what we thought he was going to do there. Damian Harris is obviously going to be the feature back, but you have a lot of really good guys, including Ramondre Stevenson. If he can hold on the football this year, Bill Belichick's going to give him carries. Then we'll go to the defense. J.C. Jackson obviously going to Los Angeles. Bill Belichick, though, is a great mind, and I think he put Jackson in a lot of positions to be successful this year. You guys can let me know if you agree with that. But J.C. Jackson was a ball hawk because Bill Belichick put him in the right spots. Obviously, Jackson's got to go out and make the plays, but there were times earlier in his career where he got burnt a lot. Going into the season last year, nobody thought J.C. Jackson was going to be an all-pro caliber secondary player. Nobody thought it was going to happen. Bill Belichick was a big reason for that. So look for him to fade a little bit in Los Angeles. The best part about the Patriots, though, defensively was their secondary last year. They ranked second in defensive real quarterback rating, which measures how well a defensive quarterback. And it's the number one indicator on defense of championship football teams. The Patriots had it. They were top 2. That means they could easily be in the Super Bowl based on that number. When it comes to run game, they defended the run well. They were 4th in defensive hog index as well as defensive rush rating. So they were top 5 in defending the run. Top 2 in the aerial attack. Top 5 in defending the run. If they get a little better at the real quarterback rating behind Mac Jones, if he progresses like Bill Belichick says, it could be bad news for the Buffalo Bills and bad news for the Miami Dolphins. So what's my take? I do think the Buffalo Bills win this division. Overall, they rank higher in real quarterback rating, and we project them to rank higher in real quarterback rating heading into the season. That's going to be huge for them, but don't count the Patriots. Believe they can make that playoff push. I'd bet them to go over their win total, and I would bet them to make the playoffs based on what I've seen from these numbers, and you guys can too. Make sure you start a free trial today, coldhardfootballfacts.com, and we will see you tomorrow for another video.